Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Eaton Squad. My name is Eddie. So in today's video is the mandatory registration of an ECIF QR code for swab testing when you travel to the Philippines this time. What are the companies or what are the website that you will register on a particular airline or a particular airport you are landing in the Philippines when you travel? Details coming right up. So this ECIF QR code is mandatory to all travelers to the Philippines. This QR code will be used during your swab testing. You have to register 3 days prior to departure and you will have to pay at the airport for the swab test. To those travelers coming from the green lane countries, your quarantine will be 7 days. Your swab test will be on the 5th day. To those travelers coming from the countries that are not listed on the green lane countries, you will undergo a 10 days mandatory quarantine in a hotel or facility. Your swab test will be on the 7th day. So what you are going to do, what you need to prepare before your departure, 3 days before your departure, you will need to register with either the ECIF of Philippine Airlines, PADLAB, or Red Cross. We will tackle that one by one. This is needed because when you arrived in the Philippines and went through the process of COVID-19 protocol in the section of swab testing, they will scan this QR code with all your information in there and pay for the swab test that will be conducted in the quarantine hotel, whether it's on the 5th day or on the 7th day. So let's start with Philippine Airlines passengers. With Philippine Airlines passengers, they have their own ECIF QR code. These are passengers landing in Terminal 2 at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. 5 days prior to your flight, Philippine Airlines will email you the details of your flight and will also email you the link to register with the ECIF QR code. If you need any step-by-step guide on that, we actually have a video in the channel. I will leave the link in the description box for your reference. Our second registration are for travelers that are flying with non-Philippine Airlines. These are travelers who are landing in Terminal 1 or Terminal 3. The airlines that they use are All Nippon Airlines, Emirates, Qatar, Delta Airlines, or airlines that are landing in Terminal 1 and Terminal 3. You will have to register with PADLAB, or the Philippine Airport Diagnostics Laboratory System, also known as PADLAB. You guys need to register with it 3 days prior to your departure to the Philippines. It will still generate a QR code that you will use for swab testing. It's the same process, whether it's on the 5th day of the swab test or on the 7th day of the swab test. During your process inside the airport when you land in the Philippines, you will have to go through this process and pay for your swab test. And PADLAB will have a representative who is going to facilitate your swab testing at your quarantine hotel. That is why this has become a mandatory, because swab testing in the Philippines is actually mandatory whether it's on the 5th day or on the 7th day after you arrive in the Philippines. Our next option are passengers landing in Mactan, Cebu International Airport. Mactan, Cebu International Airport has its own registration for a QR code for swab testing. You will have to register with ECIA online registration. That would generate a TRN. This is a QR code for passengers who will undergo the swab testing still applies if it's on the 5th day or on the 7th day. So please take note, Cebu-bound passengers, you will have to completely register to a different platform because PADLAB, Red Cross, doesn't work in Cebu, or they don't use that service. They have their own online registration for QR code for swab test. And their recommendation is to register 5 days prior to departure. And our last registration option is Red Cross. Passengers who can register with Red Cross are passengers landing in Clark International Airport, Terminal 1 and Terminal 3. On Terminal 1 and Terminal 3, I know I have already discussed about PADLAB, but you can also have the option of registering with Red Cross. That's your discretion. Either PADLAB or Red Cross for your QR code for swab testing. To all those passengers flying and landing in Terminal 1 and Terminal 3. Same process, you have to register with Red Cross 3 days prior to your flights to the Philippines. Make sure that you have saved your QR code in your phone. You can have it printed just in case you go lowbat with your phone and you can't get to it. You have the paperwork ready for them to scan and pay for your swab testing, whether on the 5th day or the 7th day after you arrive in the Philippines. So these are the options for a mandatory swab testing in the Philippines when you travel this time. So I hope this video is a lot clearer now because I receive a lot of questions with regards to QR code for swab testing that, hey, I am flying with Emirates, hey, I am flying with Qatar, I am flying with Philippine Airlines, where do I register? So I decided to make a video so it's a lot clearer on where to register when you are flying with a particular airline or if you're landing on a particular terminal. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family whom you know that can use this video as reference. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We do travel updates, and if you are not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will be notified on updates like this. And to our subscribers and new subscribers, thank you so much for the continued support and trust to our channel, the Eaton Squad. I hope to see you guys on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone. Bye.